everybody. So I haven't vlogged in like a week and a half because I've been super busy because of the holidays. There might be some background noise because my husband's making dinner for all of us right now. He's just heating some stuff up. But I just got the Darn Good Yarn, like their little sort of like box in the mail, and it's for, I think it's like $10 a month, and this is a treat I got for myself because they have such pretty yarn in the advertisement, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna see how it is. And I wanted to do just like a quick first impression of what's in here. I haven't worked with the yarn yet, so it could be a lot better than what my first impression of it is. I can say for sure that it's a lot prettier. The yarns that they show you on the website are a lot prettier, but it's quite vibrant. So let's start with the yarn because that's the most important part. And if anybody doesn't want to sit and watch this whole video, they can just see the yarn. So it's from Darn Good Yarn, of course, and it's the roving silk yarn. It is fair trade reclaimed silk waste yarn. I believe it looks like it's 100% silk. And there are sections of it that are very vibrant, and then there are sections of it that are very muted and seem almost brown, which looks a little weird amongst some of these really bright colors, but it does have this really pretty teal and this really pretty mustard. And as I've said before in my yarn vlogs, I really like those two together. So, and it's got some nice pretty pink. And every one of these comes with some notions, and this came with like a little card that I might read the whole thing, I might not, depends on how much time I decide, because this is going to be a really short vlog since it's a quick first impression. But it also comes with a pattern, and I can tell you right now, this is not what I'm going to use the yarn for. I am not interested in making a tiered air plant hanger. That's not my thing. It has it for knit and crochet, which is cool. I can show you a picture of it finished. Well, not the whole thing. It doesn't have, oh, there's a picture of the whole thing, but it's a terrible picture. Here's a really good picture of what one section of it's going to look like. And it's not my thing. I will more likely, because it's silk, I might make myself like a nice little scarf. I may even use it for weaving instead of knitting or crochet. However, here's the things that I think it really makes it worth it. So this not so much, because this looks like it's basically the same kind of like the boy crochet hooks you can get at the Joann's, but it is an aluminum crochet hook, and it's a very pretty color. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus on just this. Nope, can't. Okay, but it's a very pretty color, and this is a 5mm. I don't have my crochet hook numbers memorized right now, so I'm not sure what this equals in US sizes. And then here is a set of size 8 or 5mm knitting needles. These feel like they're probably bamboo or something. It's definitely real wood. I'm not sure if it's bamboo, but it feels very lightweight like bamboo. But look at that gradient. Isn't that pretty? It's like a purple to natural wood gradient, stamped with the Darn Good Yarn logo on the side. It's very, very pretty. These, I don't use a lot of straight knitting needles anymore, and these may be like my reason to use some. I'm guessing because these are both 8mm. I'm sorry, 5mm. US 8, but 5mm, that this is the suggested size for the yarn that they gave me. And this is a subscription box. This is my first month of it. I'm going to give it 3 months before I decide if I'm going to keep doing it. I am not 100% certain. I know Darn Good Yarn does a lot of reclaimed silk stuff, and they do like those sari skirts. And sorry about the background noise, my daughter's playing. But I don't know if I'm on board for this yarn yet. I need to sit down and actually like look at it, knit. But I mean, there's parts of it that almost look dirty. I think that's kind of part of being reclaimed silk. But I think once I'm done, yeah, because there's a section here that's like actually covered in schmutz. Like it's not, I'm not impressed. I know it is also only $10 though, and for 100% silk yarn and with some very vibrant colors, I kind of I'm gonna try and cut it a little bit of slack. I mean, there's no like bugs in it or anything, at least, and is just, it's a $10 subscription box, and these needles and this crochet hook are almost worth it to me because they're so pretty, even though I don't even need a, you know, 5mm crochet hook, and I don't really use straight needles that much. They are very pretty, and I think they'd be a fun way to sit down like at the coffee shop and knit, and somebody can come up and ask me, oh, what are you doing? Because they're very eye-catching. So here's the yarn, like not hank, it's like not spun up in the hank, and it's very thick and thin. It looks like there are sections of it that are quite overspun, and there are sections of it that are not spun nearly enough. It definitely has a sort of hand spun feel, and it's, I mean, there's pilling in here, there's like, that's a piece of grass. I've been really excited about this too, because I subscribed to this in like November, and it's just, I'm disappointed, unfortunately. It's pretty yarn, and it has a very nice hand, but I didn't expect there to be quite so much junk in it. I expected there to be a little more vibrancy and regularity to the colors. Like this section here is so muted, it looks like they dyed all the colors and just painted them over one another, and some of the sections turned kind of brown. So that's unfortunate. I'm going to go online, I'm going to look at some other reviews of the Darn Good Yarn subscription box and see if people have similar situations where there's junk in the yarn. I don't know, I haven't worked with silk a ton. I've worked with, there's a silk yarn that they sell on Knit Picks that I've worked. It's a mulberry silk, and I've worked with that. But I haven't worked with like a ton of silk. I had one set like reclaimed silk yarn that a friend gave me, and I used that a long time ago, and it didn't have this much schmutz in it. But it also was a lot more coarse because it was like spun directly from like shredded up skirts or something. Like that's the kind of reclaimed it was. So let's see how it knits up. Let's see how bad the pilling is once I've actually knit it. I think I'm going to make maybe a shawlette or a scarf out of it. I do like shawlettes, and I don't get to wear them in the summer very much because they're too hot, and I think like a nice light silk one will be good for spring and summer. And so we'll see how it goes before I really make a decision on this. So I will definitely get back to how it knits up and how bad the pilling is once it's done, and see what's what. But here, let's take a look, because here's all the information right here about the subscription box. It's a little postcard from Darn Good Yarn, and it's got all this information right here. We're so happy to have you as part of our Darn Good Yarn family. Here are a couple of important things you'll want to know for your future boxes. So let's see if this tells me anything. If you need to make any changes to your account, such as your shipping or billing information, you can do so by logging onto my account. Need to skip a month? No problem. Log into your account and simply press skip. Your subscription will ship on the 20th of every month. Each box is shipped via USPS first class. It should arrive within 3 to 5 business days, so it should arrive around the 25th. I believe this month came early because Christmas is on the 25th. Every month you will earn karma points for your subscription box. You can use these points to purchase other items on our site. So if I do this for a little while and I'm not like super duper happy with the yarn I'm getting, I could probably go and buy a pattern or yarn that I like a little bit more, and see about it. But every time I see advertisements, the yarn looks very similar to what I'm looking at here, which to me looks like that's the same idea of what this yarn is. But Darn Good Yarn sells yarn, and then they also sell those sari type wrap skirts that are made out of sari silk. I think they seem to exclusively work with silk, specifically like silk from India, like reclaimed, or like sari silk that's either been reclaimed for yarn or that's been turned into those wrap skirts. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to be seeing very much variety or if it's all pretty much going to be this way. Like I said, I'm going to give it 3 months. Unless I get it next month and it's the exact same thing, I'm not going to waste another $10. There's another site I would like to look at that's got some yarn subscription boxes, but it's $15, so I thought I would start with the $10 one. So we're going to see how it goes. And sorry about the beeping. It's microwave, no big deal. And then my cat playing with stuff. So thanks for sticking with me. Super short vlog this week. I'm super busy. We've got holiday stuff. I just came back from a Yule party, and before that was one of Pepper's best friend's birthday parties. And before that we had a Yule party at our friend's house that was also like our friend she's celebrating her divorce, and she took her forever to track the guy down. He just ghosted on her, so she was happy to get on with her life. And all week I've been super busy. I was busy last weekend, I was busy the weekend before. It's a miracle I've gotten the vlogging done that I have this month. But I'm going to try to do more short ones like this that are quick little reviews of things. I have some yarn I'm really looking forward to talking about, and I have a pattern that I'm really looking forward to talking about, and I have a video game I'm really looking forward to talking about. Remember to like me on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and Pinterest. I am Be My Full Moon on most of those except for Twitter, and I'm Ravelry. I am Aorai, that's Aurai. And you can look up my Etsy. It's also Be My Full Moon. And I think that's all the pertinent information. My email is bemyfullmoon@gmail.com. I hadn't said that yet. So if you ever want to email me, if you want to like maybe collaborate, or if you want to just tell me something you'd like to hear me talk about, please let me know, and I would be absolutely happy to try something new or try something suggested by somebody who actually watches this. I know there's not many of you, but for those of you who are here, thank you. It's nice to share with people. So so yeah, if you were thinking about the Darn Good Yarn subscription box, if you do like the way this yarn looks, like legit has a very nice hand, and when I knit this up, I think I'm gonna do just like a very simple, maybe lace with it, because it's such a busy yarn, but it's so pretty. If you were thinking about doing the Darn Good Yarn subscription box and this yarn looks nice to you, like I said, it's got a very nice hand. It's very soft and squishy on the ball. It's very smooth. If you like a bit of thick and thin, it's not terrible. Like by thick and thin, I mean there's this section here that's a bit thicker, and then this is the standard throughout most of the ball. A pretty standard heavier fingering weight yarn. The colors, where they're bright, they're very bright and they're very vibrant, and where they're muted, they're not super duper muted. But I have a feeling that this is all you're going to get in the subscription box is silk yarns that are dyed like this, and then like this kind of thing, and pretty knitting needles. They say every box comes with notions, and every box comes with a pattern, and every box comes with yarn. So it's, for $10, I think it's probably worth it to a lot of people. The yarn does seem legitimately like a nice yarn. It just seems like maybe it's been sitting in a warehouse for a long time too. So take that how you will, and I will see you all. I'm gonna try and do another vlog later this week, just so I can get in the habit of doing like 2 short ones a week instead of 1 long one. I think that might be a little more palatable for some people. So thanks for watching. Follow me on the social medias, and please follow me on Ravelry. I would really appreciate that. That'd be so great. I love having Ravelry friends, and I want to see your knitting. So that would be fantastic. I also run a Ravelry community called 1 Week Before the Con, the number 1, not the word. And it's the con, like convention, 1 week before the con. And it's a cosplay community. It's a little slow. I haven't really been putting a lot of time into it. And, but the people who do, like, you know, participate are very, very happy to participate. So, and that would be really great. So I think that might be it. Oh, there's more schmutz in here. Ooh, that was a dark one. Ooh, piece of dirt. Okay, bye.